Hey guys, Derek here, and today we're going to take a look at the Ironsight 2022 roadmap. I've just seen a little clips of it here and there, but I actually haven't gone through it, so I'll figure I'll make a little video of myself going through it, maybe give some opinions and thoughts, and will I be playing it through 2022 or not? So basically, I think it's starting off like the introduction is just going to be like the year recap. In 2021, Ironsight was released to GeForce Now, enable more users. Yeah, did anyone use GeForce? I'd like to see if anyone's actually used GeForce Now to play Ironsight. I don't know about that one. Maybe they have. I don't know. I think that's like a streaming thing, right? You could like play it from your phone if you really wanted to. Also, we tried our best to make use of our community and listening to them for ideas on what additions, changes should be made to the game to improve it. To improve it. Throughout the year, we saw a lot of amazing suggestions. There actually are a lot of good suggestions too. I've gone through the users' suggestions, and I've seen a lot of good ones there. And I've seen also, I was debating making a reaction video on some of the ones in Netcode report where you you upload the clip of what the heck happened. There's a lot of weird, like dying to a knife after already killing the person type of clips. So I was debating doing a reaction video, but maybe we won't. So gold attachments, I did see a couple people with that recently. That's kind of, so Ironsight is usually pretty dang good with their like weapon skins and stuff. One, with their community skins, and two, unique stuff like that, like gold attachments. They do have a lot of unique weapon skins in the game, from the robot character to like, I still want the Atrium M4 somehow, even though I'll probably never get it. They do have a lot of pretty unique and pretty cool skins in this game compared to any other game I've really seen. Maybe Valorant's like, same genre of what skins they put into the game, but that's besides the point for today. Just want to say they have some pretty cool skins in the game. The events, though, many events were held through 2021, raging season, spring, summer, winter. So events, I never really, the chicken one, frick. I think you just kill people and run over it, and then they're on the actual radar. I thought those dang chickens were always people. I'd even flick to the, sometimes I flick to the radar, and then if I flick to my right, it's just a chicken. That actually threw me off quite a bit. But they do some unique stuff like that from time to time. Doesn't really add an element to the game for me personally, no, but that's okay. Updates 2020 saw. So what I'll say about the updates I saw in 2021, even without reading this, the seasons, battle passes, blah, blah, blah. The best thing that they did, I think it was 2021, is hyper-threading. The increase to FPS. I'm not sure if they've mentioned that somewhere. I skipped over a bunch of it. But yeah, they have, the ultramarine stuff. They brought in Dawn of the Desert. They brought in World War II. Brought in some new guns. The new HK they added in, besides the left recoil, the really unpredictable horizontal recoil, the gun's pretty good, but for that reason, something like the M4 is just going to beat it. Yeah, World War II, code name, Season 7, I don't think that's not out yet, right? Maybe it is. I'm just not even sure. So all of these battle passes are, it's okay. It adds an element of grinding to the game, and you want to get your skins and whatnot. I'm not concerned with battle passes and skins as much anymore, though. Like some cool ones that maybe I see once in a while. It's like, oh, I actually want that one. The Panda QBZ being the main one that I actually wanted when I saw it. But see, like the skin here, they actually do make some cool skins. Like you don't see that in many other games. That's pretty unique. But in terms of like as far as the updates go, hyper threading is the biggest one they did, in my opinion, where we're now getting way more FPS. I haven't tested it. I haven't seen it on Frontline, the map yet. But I can tell obviously Cloud9 is pretty easy to run, but I'm like locked to 300 frames now a lot of the time. And for a game that looks like this, running at low settings at 1080p, I should be over 200 FPS in pretty much any scenario, to be honest, with a 3090 powering it. So this is where I actually want to get into. So we saw, new weapons, being brought in. I think we touched on that a little bit up here, where they brought in like the World War II guns. They brought in, was M16 this year? I'm not sure. They brought in the HK. They brought in some pistols. They brought in the LMG. So that's good. I wanted to see them bring in maybe another smaller map. Rust is a little weird of an addition. It flows horribly on Secure Point, and CTF is also pretty bad on it. For TDM, it seems pretty good. But, objective-based mode seems pretty... There's just 2 points where you get pinched, really. Like when the secure point's up on the hill and you spawn at the bottom and you'd have to go all the way around or up the big 1-lane hill. It's not really 3 lanes to get to the point, so it really makes it hard if you're the one not already on the point. But here, so for 2022 roadmap, so this is the meat of it. that I actually want to kind of dive into a little bit here since I haven't officially yet. With the continued feedback, suggestions, support from my community and Ironsight supporters, which I've tried to do for the last 3 years, we'll continue to work together in order to create a better future for the Ironsight community, improving upon aspects of 2021, developing. Okay, so let's scan through that. And what we would like to see in the future. So I guess in the Discord, if you're not in there, you can post that user suggestions thing, and then maybe if it gets enough up votes, they'll see it. I once did a massive paragraph because I actually went through all of the user suggestions, picked out which ones I thought were good, made a massive paragraph, and be like, here's like 50 amazing ideas right here. Will we see that type of stuff in the game? I don't know. Skills and attachments, though. Skills is something that they have not done in quite a while, but in my opinion, they've already been pretty good. They don't really need that much adjusting or any new additions. Besides maybe like scavenger replenishing ammo, I think a lot of people would think that one's cool. So I think a cool addition to the game right off the hop is, even without scavenger, if I have an AK and I kill a guy who's using an AK, if I run over his gun, I should just take that ammo. I should just automatically have that ammo. Some type of cancel reload would be cool, but again, it's it's Ironsight. Maybe it's not meant to have that, but when I'm reloading and someone starts shooting at me or blade drones above me, I pull up my knife and run away. So that way it kind of cancels the reload. But that's just a little bit of a workaround. It'd be kind of cool, like in COD and stuff like that. You can like double press your switch weapon key and then it'll cancel it for you. It makes a lot of cool plays when you're like about to reload a sniper, but instead you just like put one in, double tap two, kind of like a quick switch in a way. But yeah, anyways, that's besides the point. Skills and attachments. We've received numerous opinions and suggestions regarding skills and attachments. We have to be able to some in the new year. So not leaking anything that they're actually working on, I guess. We also plan to review the possibility of adding attachments to secondary weapons and develop more improved. I type 130 words a minute almost, so hopefully I can read almost as fast. So, weapons, maybe just some balancing things. I'm not sure what weapons we want to see in the game. Maybe another like a UMP type of SMG. There's so many. I feel like with the engine that it's on, I feel like maybe they can add weapons. All they have to do is like a little bit of a different model. Just pull from like an M4 as a baseline, change some stats, change a bit of recoil, and add a new model and skins, and then you have a new weapon basically. Maybe change the sound. But I feel like they already have a template there for adding in weapons, which is good. New skills though, I'm not sure what else we'd want to see. I think everyone's still going to be resorting back to double time. I still use long ears and then quick reload. So I don't know what else they're going to add in. Challenges and achievements. We plan on improving and adding more interesting, interactive, and engaging achievements, as well as more rewards to help increase the longevity of the game. Yes, so right off the bat, level 100 weapon skin. Throw that in the game, please. That gives us an element to grind for, and it's just so easy. Seemingly, I feel like that would be so easy to do. Give us like a diamond skin or something flashy for reaching weapon level 100. I still think that's a good one for at least a challenge to do. But it'd be cool to see what they come up with in terms of achievements and whatnot too. A lot of them do take a very long time, so maybe if they add in some, I think, they have daily achievements already, but maybe, I don't know. That's besides the point. Let's carry on. Modes and maps. Cyborg mode scheduled to be removed, thank the Lord, for matchmaking, being made available for special events only. Just made, just like made. Being made Cyborg said to be removed from matchmaking and being unavailable. That's what we need. We will be looking at the frontline mode and making some adjustments, improvements to its balance. Not a lot of people play frontline right now. I think there is potential in that though. I think maybe the main reason is it's a lot more running. It's more open space. It's not quite as fast as the other game modes of Ironsight, though it is still pretty cool. It's just very linear. You've been asking for a long time now, but in 2022, Resource Takeover will hopefully be making its long anticipated. It's already like in the game. Hopefully, be making its long anticipated return after making some final improvements to the mode. Okay, so they're gonna be working on it. So hopefully, because they're making improvements to it and its AI, I thought it was pretty good the way it was, to be honest. Resource Takeover, fun mode, unique to Ironsight. No other game really has that type of mode that I know of. So yeah, throw it back in the mix and take out Cyborg. That's a win-win. We've also received numerous suggestions and feedback regarding secure point mode, how only having one secure point leads to less strategy. So we will revise secure point. Okay, this is probably going to be the main talking point of the day, aside from one other obvious thing. We've also received numerous suggestions and feedback regarding secure point mode and how having only one active point leads to less strategy. So here's the thing with Ironsight. They can't, I don't think it's going to work well if they make it like domination, like Call of Duty, where they have 3 points on the field. That's going to be weird. So if they have 3 points, since Ironsight game mode, objective game modes are very fixed spawn points, having one secure point, let's say, for instance, let's just take Titan, the map Titan, and let's say you have it right in the middle where the rocket ship takes off, and you have it right in the middle of the map. People from either side, if we start pushing up too far and pushing up too far, spawn flips easily. We can predict that, but they also have room to breathe now. If it's tunnel and we clear out tunnel, they usually spawn on the other side of the map near bunker. However, if they push all the way through, we could still have people in tunnel while we still have teammates spawning back in bunker and going to the point. So if we have 3 points, let's say we have tunnel, middle, bunker, and we push up, we only need to push up about halfway and maybe inch a little bit forwards. And they're, depending if it's like right in the middle of the map or not. See, the thing that it could work maybe in some maps, but it also could be way worse in some maps due to there being a fixed spawn point. Because if there's 3 points, and let's say A, B, C for a tunnel, middle, bunker, and we take 2 of them, all we have to do is hold them off on their 3rd point, and it's basically like CTF spawns, where they're only going to spawn on their flag, and then we just screw them over for the entire duration of the match. Unless they can still spawn flip, but then they spawn flip away from their flag, meaning that we can just get a quick triple cap. So I feel like they would have to have a fixed spawn for their flag that they have given up while they're trying to push for the other 2. So they're going to have to be really careful with secure point here. Ironsight's faster and smaller than COD in terms of map and how fast you get around. So 3 points might... 2 points, though, could be interesting because it's not so much that the spawns are going to be completely fixed. I could still see spawns being varied around. But I would say we're going to have to be careful if we're going to do it like a domination in COD where we just do a double cap and hold for the entire game. That's not going to be that fun. Maybe 2 points can mix it up. We're really going to have to see how that one plays out. Personally, I enjoy the 1 point. It keeps spawns going all over the place. Keeps that kind of chaos of Ironsight alive. That's just me, though. Maybe we could try 2 points. But yeah, secure point's going to be interesting if they actually wind up changing that. That's my favorite mode right now, so we'll see how that goes. Special mode, snipers only, knife fights only. Nah. Voice chat, introducing the ping and call-out systems have helped improve the team. So, yeah, the ping I actually just started, like, figuring out not long ago. So I can press, like, Alt and ping a location, which is cool. Voice chat, though, is this going to be, like, team chatting in the game, or like lobby chat or VoIP where we talk to the other people over the mic? Either way, this is a feature that should be in the game. I think voice chat in any game is fun. Whether it's toxic or not, it's it's fun to engage in communicating that way. Sprays, as long as they have preset sprays and it's not like Counter-Strike Source where you can just upload any image and spray, because that gets out of hand real fast, that would actually be pretty cool too, and something else to grind for as well. Drones, new drones to plan to be added, reviewing some of the existing drones and their balance. So right now, like in my review video, if you haven't seen, I've given their drones or their streaks a 10 out of 10. I think they're incredibly balanced right now. So I don't think they should personally make any changes to the balance. Maybe strengthen the Zeus a little bit even. Most kills you get with that is like 4, and it's the highest kill in the game. So I would even say make the Zeus a bit stronger or make it last a little bit longer. Other than that, though, it would be cool to see, like I mentioned before, if you get like a 25 streak, it drops down to a bunch of robots and kills everyone for like a minute. Adding in some brand new streaks or something high-level streak would be pretty cool. So it's a challenge to get. So that way you're not only doing your achievements and actual game challenges to unlock stuff, but then you actually have a challenge for yourself in the game. I think that would be pretty cool if they add like a really high-end kill streak or something like that. Some little Easter egg where if you get like 25 or 30 kills in a row, you get rewarded. I think that would be a cool thing. Drone skins will be interesting too, so you could run around as a skinned Metal Reaper. Okay, I kind of like that idea too. Battle Pass, we'll prepare more my diverse, varied, unique Battle Pass and rank seasons. Generic Battle Passes are going to happen. Grind for skins, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're zooming in. Netcode and matchmaking. Although improvements have been made, yeah. We understand that many people still feel that we are an Ironsight editor at the moment. Although improvements have been made, we understand that all people still feel that this area of the game is a drawback and that recent improvements have not been enough. So I actually did notice a little bit before their improved packet processing, whatever. I feel like maybe it was placebo. I don't know. There's a little bit less, like, actually, I can't even say that. Literally last session during my stream, I streamed for around an hour and 20 minutes. And I got killed by 2 teleporting people. So I can't really say too much on that. We'll work harder in order to create a more pleasant, smooth, and seamless experience for everyone. Yeah, so obviously netcode's a complex issue that isn't flipping a switch overnight, but there has to be something like, why is their game so much worse than others? I don't know. Here's one thing that I kind of thought maybe they can do, and it's almost how iRacing and ACC, Assetto Corsa, so sim racing games, have kind of worked around this. So it's not fixing the problem, it's implementing something to alleviate the effect of the issue. So imagine, I don't know how this would work that well for shooting games though. So if I'm like peeking somebody else, obviously I'm at it, like, and someone else is a fixed position holding, and I know where they're holding, I can anticipate and pre-fire, I win. I strafe out and shoot. The thing is, I can start seeing their shoulder as well, so I get that as an advantage. They should see my shoulder too as I come around, but they just don't yet. So I'm wondering if they can do something with the way the camera is showing your FPP, like your first person perspective. Because where you're looking, it's like, even though he's not on my screen, I can still be visible to him, and he can be shooting me in the shoulder. I don't know my shoulder's exposed based on where I'm looking. So I'm wondering if they can do something with the camera, like, I don't know if it's like a FOV thing or just adjusting a hitbox thing from where you're actually visible, or where you're actually viewing, so that it kind of takes the effect down. Does this make sense? Am I insane? That, like, maybe something with the hitbox can be, or not necessarily the hitbox. Obviously, if you hit them in the shoulder, you want that to still connect. But from a camera perspective, if I'm dying to someone that I don't see, maybe it's because my massive shoulder hitbox plus the peeker advantage. I don't know a way around that. Maybe like a camera thing. I'm thinking too far outside the box. Just fix the netcode. So since its launch on Steam, more than 1.75 million users have joined Ironsight. Yeah, and we are thrilled to currently have more than 10,000 daily active users. How have they been doing lately? Hey, we went up a little bit. So average players, low 500s. Now, we've seen this decline since it got migrated over in January. Just a steady decline down to 500. Peak players for a day looks to be under 1,000. But I guess total accounts that sign in and off could be 10,000 for 10,000 daily active users. But a peak player of under 1,000 is still being hit on Ironsight. So we can see about getting that back up, and then they say thank you. So obviously here, netcode humongous. Secure point's going to be big. I love the FPS optimization. The roadmap sounds good. Bring back resource takeover. Bring in some new challenges. Bring in some new streaks. Bring in some new perks, or skills, whatever one want to call them in Ironsight. Bring in voice chat will be fun. Sprays. Everything sounds great. Here's one thing. I would love to have ranked mode include the other dang modes so we can work as a team in Secure Point and CTF. Like Call of Duty does it. It's competitive in objective game modes is a blast compared to S&D, because obviously S&D is a little bit more intense, but with the peaker advantage, it's absolutely disgusting game mode to play. But it brings such more of an element of teamwork that you don't get in S&D, because if you do get clipped by a DSR that you didn't see, you sit there for 3 minutes and you can't engage with your team anymore. Secure Point, if you've ever watched CDL or professional Call of Duty players play, they sound like a bunch of seagulls at the beach. Like they're constantly going at it. I would love to have some type of game mode in ranked or competitive where me and 4 other players can all just constantly be making callouts, making plays, thinking 2 steps ahead, making reads, hitting flanks, and like you're just constant in objective ranked game mode. You can have that competitiveness while having way more teamwork available at your disposal in something like a competitive CTF or a competitive Secure Point. So please, if possible, Ironsight, if anyone's watching this from Ironsight, ranked other game modes, I can't be the only one to say 5v5 secure point ranked. Like, that sounds like a blast. And then again, you don't suffer as massive an effect of the netcode, where if you get peeked out by a DSR and get sniped and they weren't there, you just spawn right back in and you're back in the action. When in S&D, it's like, oh, okay, I'll just sit out for a while. So having S&D in ranked plus secure point plus CTF would just be a blast. So the thing is with Ironsight, they have there's so much potential to do with this game, with how fast it is, how accessible it is, blah, blah, blah. And it seems like the 2022 roadmap is on the right path here. So for 2022, I'm definitely going to be sticking around. I definitely want to see and be there through some of these improvements that have been made. You know, I'm still going to be around, I think, especially with this as the roadmap. If they didn't put this roadmap out, though, because right now everyone knows how bad the Battlefield launch was. Ironsight's looking like a polished gem compared to Battlefield, to be honest. So obviously this, you know, this needs to, you know, not necessarily not as much matchmaking, because they don't really have that much of a population to pull from. So how balanced really can you make the matchmaking when you're only pulling from like 200 players in NA, let's say. But yeah, netcode improvements, yes please. Massive, massive, massive thing that can improve the game exponentially. And the rest of it just sounds like icing on the cake. So 2022 roadmap looking good. I dragged this conversation on by myself for way too long now, but honestly, this all looks really good. I have a lot of ideas I would like to see implemented in the game. I've shared a few here today, and with how, you know, it seems like they can add content into the game pretty seamlessly, if that's a word. So it looks like they have a template for going forward and adding stuff in, and it looks like it's gonna happen. So I'll be here. If you enjoyed my take on this, please leave a like on the video. Or I haven't said this once because I don't like sounding like a sellout, but we're so close to 1,000 subs. Just get there. Let's just get there. I said I'll do a giveaway at 1,000 subs. So I don't care if you go make 20 fake accounts and just sub and then unsub after the giveaway. I don't care. Let's just hit 1,000 subs. Thank you guys for your time. Appreciate it. I'm actually kind of looking forward to 2022 Ironsight. Ranked mode, different game modes would be awesome. Fix netcode, hashtag 2022 fix netcode. Maybe I'll make that my new clan name. Who knows? Voice chat's going to be great. Resource takeover coming back. Potentially some new guns, maybe some new maps. It looks like it's going to be good. I'll be here if they, you know, Ironsight, your friendly neighborhood No, I got to do my outro. Your unofficial Ironsight friendly neighborhood, unofficial Ironsight supporter, signing out. See you guys in the next one.